If I was an animal, I'd be an elephant. I thought about that a lot, actually. You don't want to know why. It's one of the conversations I had with one of my uni friends quite a lot. He used to be a giraffe and I was an elephant. Elephants, they're intelligent, they plod along, they make wise decisions all the time. They generally always go in the right direction, they know what they want to do, so yeah. And they've got trunks. They're cool. Yeah. What would you be?
I don't know. Cat.
Cat, yeah. A small cat or a big cat?
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
What animal would I be? Well, I think maybe I'd be a whale. Yeah, I think I might be a whale. Because of the distance you can travel and the wonderful different environments you can explore, I think that would be good.
Is the Green Party only for environmentalists?
No, definitely not. I mean, I've belonged to Friends of the Earth for 50 years, I should think. Without belonging to the Green Party, I think it's certainly not only for environmentalists. I think you'd be hard-pressed to be a member of the Green Party and not be environmental, but beyond that.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, definitely not. No.
So you don't have to be a vegetarian to be a member of the Green Party?
Of course not, no. In fact, I don't think that many are.
Because I think a lot of people do still think of the Green Party as like an action group rather than a political party. So they expect us to go and all we ever do is go and sort of like, I don't know, tie ourselves to buildings or trees or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I suppose in a way we're going to go and do that today though. The council don't really know, if the public don't know it's happening, the council don't know from the public whether they've made the right decision or a popular decision or not, because no one really tells them, there's no feedback mechanism. So the requirement of sort of direct action, of protesting and going and standing somewhere and sort of shouting about something, is to actually let the people who are in power know that they're doing something unpopular.
What she said.
I met a Conservative guy the other day who he said, "Oh, you're from the Green Party, aren't you? Yeah, we really like you." And I said, "Well, you're much more like Labour, actually."
Whenever you meet a Conservative, whenever you meet a Labour, whenever you meet a Lib Dem, it doesn't matter.
All of them there. Oh, we really like you. We are.
Yeah, they all say, "Do you know I'm really green?" And you say, "Well, why are you in the wrong party?"
Yeah.
It's amazing. In Kirklees, which is in the Huddersfield area, the Green Party councillors have managed to secure funding at no additional county council tax. They've secured funding to, for free, insulate every one of 40,000 homes in the area. So those homeowners have now got fully insulated houses, which means they'll save on average £150 a year on their heating bills. It gave employment to a lot of unemployed building workers to do the installations, and it reduces drastically the carbon emissions. So that's a win-win-win situation. That is what the Green Party does when it gets into power.
So why do you work for the Green Party?
Why do I work for the Green Party? Because I believe it's the only real alternative to the political parties we have at the moment. It's very difficult to tell between the three main parties at the moment, between Lib Dem, Conservative and Labour. They all seem to be saying pretty much the same things. And the Green Party is really the only party that isn't obsessed with economic growth. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I support the Green Party, is because they care about the quality of life, the quality of the environment, and they don't measure success or progress purely in terms of economic growth.
So how do you feel when you watch the news on TV?
I feel quite frustrated and quite angry sometimes. When I see Tony Blair being able to get away with saying that the war was legal, and not only that he would do it all again, I feel very angry, and that's when I know that we need to work, ever harder towards getting Green Party people elected to the Commons, because it's the Green Party that will prevent wars like that happening in future.
I think you do feel lonely. For example, in a city the size of Exeter, there's 115,000 people, and there's only a certain number of people who remember the Green Party, and you talk to a few people around, and there's lots of people that are interested, but there's also a lot more that aren't. And it does get, sometimes you do feel like you're the part of the minority rather than, well, we are part of the minority if I'm honest about it, but at least going to conference you feel like you're surrounded by a group of people, and in that situation you're not. You're one of a unified group. But hopefully we won't be a minority for that long, much longer. Hopefully, I think times are changing, and we need to be there to provide the options that people need for when they do change. Yeah.
My dream is of a society where, I suppose, if I'm honest, where there aren't extremes of wealth and poverty, where we don't have very, very wealthy people and we don't have very, very poor people, and that's thinking globally, so that people all over the world have a decent quality of life in an environment that is healthy and sustainable. And people are content with where they are and what they're doing, and that they don't always have to be chasing a dream out there, but actually they're happy and content with what they've got.
A Green Party person is not doing it for wealth or money or status. If I wanted wealth, money, status, then you join a different political party. I've joined the party which I truly believe in, its ethics and its policies for. And I think people look at that and they can see that there's somebody that, it has a sense of integrity and openness, and yeah, I might cause some slip-ups and not be totally polished, but I am actually real. I'm a real human being, and I'm willing to go out there and to talk to people about their issues and their concerns, and that's important to people.
No, I think it's moved from being a party which thinks it can't get anywhere to a party that thinks it can.
So do you believe it will?
I would be extremely surprised if we didn't pick up one, if not two seats at the general election, and I hope we'll save the deposits in a lot of the South West seats, which is really important, because that really is a good step forward.
So what one message do you think you want people to know about the Green Party?
Now, that voting Green is not a wasted vote. It's a really positive vote, and it's a vote which you can do without it mattering what other people think, and this thing about you'll let the Tories in if you vote Green is just utter nonsense, and you should really vote in what you believe, and that's the way you make a difference in the long term.
I think I've always been green. There's nothing particular that made me go green, just a desire to understand that we should not exploit the one thing that all life depends on, which is our planet. And we exploit it in so many different ways without even realising it, that we are. And we have a lack of understanding that resources are finite, and that you cannot just keep living in a perpetual way that exploits every living thing and inert thing as well on the planet. And that goes through to people as well as animals. We have a disassociation between our actions and the reaction it has on the planet. So everything we do will have an impact, but it's how to mitigate that impact so that we can perpetuate life. As far as we know, we are the only planet in the whole universe that actually has life. And we are on a precipice which could totally take that away. It could totally destroy the one thing in the universe. And that is an incredibly scary thing. It might never be able to be replaced. And that one chance within what is in fact infinity seems pointless. I don't know, it comes from being a very young child watching the daffodils sprout up every spring, and that wonder in nature that you can keep doing that and that cycle exists.